Hey YouTube, what's up? So here we are at Bogeyman Knights Legend. This is going to be a run without using the Rainbow Whip slash Lotti trick. This is just a regular run going through his normal thresholds in a normal fashion. So we'll do the gear and everything later, but we're going to go straight into the fight, alright? So let's go. I'll explain as we go along. The boss starts off with a few things. He single targets your provoke tank. So your provoke has to be innate provoke, or else it's just going to go random and probably kill some people. So make your provoke tank high defense spirit, doesn't have to have evade. High defense spirit HP. And mine doesn't have evade, and you saw how healthy mine is. Later on, he'll start doing single target berserk, so if you want to not have to worry about that unit's kit, just make them to where they don't have to take actions. So just a really, really heavy defense spirit tank. That's all you need there. Alright, Never Ending Hope, so they're just going to guard, because we'll just pretend that every other turn they can't do anything. Never Ending Hope, I brought here to do one thing. And that is to boost light and dark resistance, because later on he does some light moves and some dark moves, and so we're just going to boost light and dark resistance and put up a general mitigation. Now you could get your light and dark resistance from 50% from gear, and then 50% from a buff. You could get it with 100% gear. You know, however you want to get it, but all your units need to have in some way 100% light and dark resistance. Gilbert is here to show that you don't need any unit in this slot other than whatever you want to bring. So if you want to bring a really good healer or a finisher or somebody else that can do like good damage because he rotates between his attack types. So a mage and then a physical, you know, if you want to rotate, any unit can fill this slot. Alright. So I'll explain how the boss's mechanics work just a little bit. So right now he's resistant to spirit reductions and resistant to magic attacks. Now he'll keep this up until you hit him with a physical attack. So once you hit him with physical, and I'm going to do that right now, I'm going to reduce his attack and magic and defense and spirit. And that's hitting him with a physical move. Okay, the misses are okay. The misses are fine, because it still triggers that he was hit with a physical move even if you miss. Alright? So he has his brakes on for attack and magic, which is great. If you wanted to have a spirit break to whenever you go to the next turn, this spirit break only lasts one turn, but this resistant to magic reapplies every turn. So you could just wait a turn if you wanted to be able to spirit break him. So whenever it goes to the magic turn, you'd have a great magic spirit break on him. Since these guys can't really do anything this turn, they're just going to guard. They could imply an imperil if they wanted because they have that in their kit, but we'll save that for later. So he just dispels this unit. So even if you put up resistance to paralyze, the unit's still going to get dispelled from that resistance, and then imperiled to paralyze, and then paralyzed. So there's no way around it. This unit gets paralyzed. Never Ending Hope. You know what? Never Ending Hope came here to do one thing, and they're going to do it. Alright, so we're going to do Requiem. Dark damage to all enemies and boost damage against Reapers. Love it. With Lock, we're just going to reduce Spirit and fill LB gauge for all allies because of the missions for this boss, which is 5 or more limit bursts and Evoke an Esper. So we're not going to do our big damage until we can get those done. So with these two guys, we're just going to chain, and we'll finish with a little Gilbert damage. Thanks, Gilbert. You play that loot. So now that we hit him with magical and not physical, he's going back. He's resistant to magic attacks. Now this is super important, and I should have said this earlier. If you hit him with both physical and magical in the same turn, he will stay resistant for the rest of the fight to physical and magical. So you can't hit him with physical and magical in the same turn. You have to rotate every turn. So you can't use things like counter-tanks if you want to keep that rotation going. Alright? So now he's resistant to magic, so we got to hit him with physical again. So let's use a limit burst. Hit him with physical. These guys can guard. And Never-ending hope. You're just going to switch to just this now. Just doing the elemental. So now we're back into where he's immune to physical moves and needs to get hit with magical to switch. Okay, so we need to hit him with magical. Let's just go real easy on him until we get that limit burst gauge filled. Okay. We should have 2 limit bursts this turn, so that would be great. Ah, we don't. It's okay. So he's resistant to magic attacks. So we'll make sure that we've got attack magic breaks on him. Love those attack magic breaks. And everybody else can just guard, like they do. We'll never use Never-ending Hope's limit burst because it's quite dangerous. Never-ending Hope's limit burst deals all elements to the enemy, and for every element that we would hit him with, he would counter. So we can never do Never-ending Hope's limit burst as much as we want to. Okay, let's get limit burst up for everybody again. And we'll go ahead and chain a little bit. Get a little bit of damage in. It's not going to be buckets of damage, but that's not what we're looking for. Not yet. Okay, so we knocked him below 80%, so he's going to start changing his AI up just a little bit. So we need to make sure that we've got this light and dark resistance up. There we go. And we'll go ahead and use our second LB. Gilbert's going to boost stats a little bit. Yay! So this is going to knock everybody down to 1 HP. It's a nasty little move, but that's his 80%. Okay, so we won't be seeing that move again. Alright. So we're going to hit him with physical. These two guys ain't... Well, this guy actually can heal up a little bit. He's got Phoenix on with Wings of Rebirth, so that's an AoE for all allies regen. So we'll go ahead and apply that. We'll go ahead and start healing up just a little bit. He's going to sing us a song. And Never-Ending Hope, well, you got a barrier you can apply to us, and then we can make sure everybody's got that sweet, sweet elemental resistance buff. So we're up to 3 limit bursts so far. Okay. We have 3 limit bursts so far, so let's go ahead and use the 2 Lizard's limit burst to finish off our limit burst needs. Okay, so we hit with 5 limit bursts. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Alright, we haven't evoked an esper yet, though. Let's check Charlotte, make sure she's got everything. She doesn't, poor girl. Alright, that's fine. We'll give it back to her. Okay. And everybody can use some HP and MP. We'll have her use a skill. Okay. And we can't hit with physical this turn. If we hit with physical this turn, because we also hit with magical, it would be some big nasty mitigations for the rest of the entire map. This entire boss fight. So we're just going to use Hazy Step. Intangible form, that's where he can't be hit with magic. Oh, no, physical. I'm sorry. I apologize. So, because Lizard's limit burst did not hit him, it did not switch him. So we need to switch him into his other form. Charlotte's got all these nice things. Let's summon an esper. Okay. We've summoned Shiva. We're good. Everybody still seems to have a stack of Mirage. So I think I'm just going to reduce defense and restore MP for everybody. Some people seem to be a little low. Okay, so I'm going to start where it's a sort of a finishing move now. Next time the Lizards attack, it'll pretty much be the kill. If you go down through his thresholds, all that's really going to happen is more of the same. He'll start casting Berserk on your Provoke tank, but as long as you have innate Provoke on your Provoke tank, then you're fine. It's resistant to magic, resistant to spirit. So, you know what we're going to do this turn? Not much. We want to get a good break on him, so we're going to wait a turn. Because if we don't hit him with anything, the spirit reduction drops off. He puts back up the magic resistance, but the spirit break drops off. Okay. They'll just guard. they're going to prep for next turn. So now we can hit him with a good Spirit Break. So we're going to hit him with a good Spirit. We're going to use an Imperil from Phantom Curse, 120% Imperil. We'll guard. That does not do any magic damage at all. It's just an Imperil, so we don't have to worry about triggering both mitigations. Okay. Hit him with Physical. We can just guard. Now he can't be hit by Physical again, and we're going to hit him with Magic. So he just rotates back and forth. Whatever you hit him with last turn, he's immune to it the next. So now can be hit with Magical. He's got a Dark Imperil and a nice Spirit Break. We're ready to kill him. We're going to do triple Shadow Servant. And we don't even need to do double cast. We're just going to do Hope's ability, which is just a buff. It's just a magic spirit buff. It's great. That's all we really want. Now we wouldn't be able to do this without Gilbert finishing. Alright. So let's kill the boss. Oh man, he's a close one, isn't he? He doesn't want to die. Well, that's okay. That's alright. We're fine. I underestimated my damage just a little bit. Or overestimated it, should I say. So he goes back to being magical immune. We're going to get to witness a few thresholds here, which is fine. Little AoEs. AoEs are no problem. Okay. Resistant to magic attacks. Oh. So, we'll just do attack break, defense break. We'll get Phantom Curse up again. Guard. And we'll make sure we have our elemental resistances and our mitigation. He's going to hit everybody down to 1 HP. We don't need more than 1 HP to kill him from here. Little Shadow Servant. Little Shadow Servant. No problem. Okay, so we evoked an Esper. We used 5 more Limit Bursts, and nobody died. Alright? Nobody died, and we brought in a Gilbert, okay? We brought in a unit with basically no... It's a 3-star with basically no HP Spirit or defense pool. Okay, so let's look at Thur's gear. Thur has he's just not negative on light and dark resistance. There is no AoE elements or ailments that are done, so we don't need that. So we just geared him for not negative on light and dark resistance, and undead killer. Okay? Lazard happens to have undead killer naturally in his kit, so that was a nice benefit to using him. I'll go over my gear real quick. Same strategy. Never-ending hope. Charlotte. Draw attacks. Gilbert. Just, you know, rocking that 4,000 HP and the 290 defense and spirit. Lonk is just built for LB game. Just constant limit burst game. You know, with twin bunny clips and things like Planet Whisper. And that's it. Let's kill him. That's Bogeyman Nights, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching.